Why, hello there, Leo. Greetings from the Autistic Mystic. Welcome to your reading for mid-October 2021. In this reading, we are going to look at your overall energy for mid-October 2021. We're going to look at some things you may not see coming, and then we're also going to get some messages from your angels and spirit guides for mid-October. So thank you so much for being here, Leo. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate for you this time at all, that just means it's a different Leo's reading. And if that's the case, come back next week because I do post new readings every single week for Leo and all the other signs. And with that being said, check all your other signs for a full forecast of the October energy, okay, mid-October energy. Sorry if I sound stuffy. I feel like I'm a little nasally, okay? I can't even breathe right now. I have like allergies or something. So bear with me here. But with that being said, Leo, let's jump into it. We're going to do 3 major shuffles for you and see what's going on for mid-October. All right, what's going on for Leos? As always, I want to thank the angels, interdimensional beings, and spirit guides for being here with us, helping to allow this act of divination to flow synchronistically for the Leo people watching this reading. What is going on for mid-October for Leo? I feel like there's something that is done here. Let's see, though. What's going on, Leo, mid-October 2021? Whoop. Not quite. Leo, mid-October 2021. All right. For those of you wondering, I am using the Osho Zen Tarot deck. So, overall energy for you, mid-October. I feel like there's some situation in your life that is over and you know it, but for some reason you're not, like, you're finally going to admit it to yourself. So, mid-October overall energy, we have the Beyond Illusion card. So this is you really tapping into your third eye and seeing through some bullshit. You also have the Completion card here. So this is a card of the cycle is done, right? This is almost like the World card where a certain phase of your life, I feel like you've been telling yourself that you're still stuck in it for some reason, okay? But you're beyond illusion. This mid-October, you're going to sit back, relax, and be like, that is done, okay? So if something's been bothering you, a situation with a person that you just know it's over, I feel like you're going to sink into that and realize beyond illusion. Some of you may find out information mid-October and realize that a situation has just run its course. You also have the clinging to the past card, though, for mid-October. So I feel like the challenge for you guys is to just admit that something's over, right? It's clear as day, clinging to the past and completion. Okay, so there's, for a lot of you, I'm getting it has to do with the certain possibility of a person. So maybe some of you are waiting for like an ex to change and you're like, oh, I just want that ex to change or come back. Or even like if you're like waiting to be happy. It's like this feeling is like you guys, for some reason, you're not letting yourself be happy now. And I know it's easier said than done, but for some reason, it's like whatever your life circumstance is right now, your life situation, there's something that's like, it's making you feel like you can't tap into your own joy, your own happiness. It's this feeling is like, I don't have enough, or I used to have more status, more friends, and that's like, something's preventing you, a certain phase. But if you could just let that go, I really do think that's when you move into the new energy. We're going to clarify these cards in a second, Leo. What you don't see coming, I see a serious awakening from something here. Okay, we have the consciousness card. This is like the Ace of Swords. Clarity, mental focus, and clarity is on point. You also have the Master card and the Conditioning card. So this is you stepping into your own, like, almost mystical spiritual power to really realize I can be happy right now. That's just what keeps coming through. I can be happy now. The story that you tell yourself about your life, why it's so bad, I feel like the Beyond Illusion card is saying that's a joke. And then also the Consciousness card, this is about like literally almost like returning to source. So there's a certain, this is what you don't see coming, by the way. So right now you feel like you're stuck in the past, or maybe some of you are dealing with an energy vampire, like you can't get out of your head. You're always thinking about the past. I really do see an awakening out of that, okay? This is what you don't see coming. There may be like a challenge, though, And you know what's funny is like I read vertically. So in this vertical row, we have the Beyond Illusion and the Consciousness card. So there's going to be some sort of major spiritual download. I feel like maybe a lot of you already know what that is. But then you also have this other row on the other side where it's clinging to the past and conditioning. So I feel like whatever situation that's bugging you or is just making you feel a little bit uncomfortable, I feel like it's like a thought pattern for a lot of you. It's like emotional. You have all these major arcana cards. So this is like a snapping out of a trance, you know? A lot of you Leos, like, you know you are the lion, right? Leo the lion. But right now you're thinking that sheep are going to make your life better you're focused on other people, right? Maybe you're focused on what they think about you, but mainly what I'm getting is like, the reason you're clinging to the past is because you think all these people have such power over you. But the Master and the Consciousness card is all about going at it alone, right? So it's almost like if you can get the inside right, then you can build your social circle from this fresh perspective, right? That's for a lot of you, maybe you may be moving, okay? That's a very strong thing that you could do. If you want to reinvent your identity, move across country. That's what I did. And you're a completely new person, right? All those old habits don't have to follow you. Then let's get a message from your spirit guide here. Spirit guides. We have the Harmony card. We have the Trust card. And we also have the Rebel card, okay? So this is your spirit guide. It's funny, like literally, I wish I could show you. All the rows are such an alignment here. There's some sort of realization that you're going to find out. For some of you, it may be a piece of information about someone that just makes you laugh at the whole situation, right? I remember, like, this happens to me a lot. Like, sometimes, you know, when you're progressing on the spiritual journey, you think that people are kind of on your level as well, but sometimes then when you talk to them, like if it's someone from your past, I feel like for a lot of you what's going to happen mid-October, it could have already happened, someone came back from the past, you had a conversation with them and you're like, yeah, I had this Kundalini awakening and I was really in the stillness of the present moment, and they're like, what does that even mean? And you're like, oh, this person is not even on my level at all. So that freedom is then going to allow you to seal the deal and be like, okay, this is done. And some of you, that may manifest in sort of a work situation, okay, however it may manifest for you. I feel like your spirit guides are really encouraging you to be the rebel here. This is kind of like the Emperor card, but it's about breaking free from chains and then trusting that you are going to line up harmoniously with almost like where you're meant to be in life. I feel like the message, probably a lot of you don't want to hear it, is like wherever you're meant to be in life is exactly where you are. It's this movement away from this feeling of like, I need X, Y, and Z to make me happy. I need this person to approve of me to make me happy. For some of you, it's just, there's going to be a magical dropping of that, okay, for the mid-October time period. So with that being said, Leo, let's go ahead and clarify a few of these cards here to really get into your reading now. First thing I want to clarify is this Beyond Illusion card. Why is this Beyond Illusion card here for the Leos? We're going to do two major shuffles here. Why is this here? Let's see. The Leo. This is like major awakening, stepping into your true power as a manifester, not needing any sort of attachment to remain. But I don't know, why is it here? Why is this Beyond Illusion? I really do feel like it's a piece of information you're going to realize that you're just like, oh wow, I was worried about this for nothing. Let's see though. The Beyond Illusion, the Beyond Illusion card is clarified by the Ten of Swords. So this is almost like that shocking realization where you realize like Santa Claus isn't real, or you're like a little kid who realizes like, oh my God, the Easter Bunny is not real. And it's shocking, but it's freeing, and it completes a certain phase of your life. So you're like the little kid right now who realizes that Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, isn't real, Leo, okay? So whatever that means to you, there's a certain phase of your life that's, you can let it go now, okay? It's over. Let's clarify this clinging to the past card. Why why do you still do that? For some reason you think it benefits you to do it, but I don't know, maybe it's just like addiction to certain thought patterns. Most people are addicted to their predominant emotional state, so it's very hard to move on, right, if you're addicted to that. But why is this clinging to the past here? Clinging is ridiculous, right? Life is about movement, being free, letting go, learning, moving on. But I don't know. Let's see. Why is it here? Clinging to the past for Leo. the clinging to the past card is clarified by the Ten of Wands here, a burden. Okay, something is, I feel like there's some sort of situation with a person that maybe it ended the wrong way, and so you're trying to reconcile with them. You're trying to say, like, I don't want it to be this way, so I'm clinging to the past to try to change it. But sometimes things aren't meant to be changed on the outside, right? I feel like the universe is almost testing you, Leo, to say, like, sometimes things don't, relationships, like, if we're all of us are honest, if we're, like, in our life review and we're like, oh, and God's like, all right, let's talk about relationships. And you're like, God, can we just skip that part? Right? I don't want to talk. Can we just please skip the relationship department? And the funny thing is I feel like the answer is yes right now. So it's like, there's no more clinging to the past. For others of you, though, with this Ten of Wands and the clinging to the past, I feel like it's, you're stuck in a way of doing things. So there's been an old cycle that's completing now in mid-October for you. It's closing out. The old cycle is like, oh, I have to work really hard to sustain a living. I feel like clinging to the past is like you, like, buying into that belief system. You may have family members around you, someone who you live with that is reiterating that, right? It's very easy to fall into the same thought patterns as those who we are closest to. For some of you, it's like hard for you to break free because you have that influence, but it's just, once again, a test for you to be the master. And this master card, it's the centerpiece card. All the other cards in this reading are surrounded by that. So whatever's going on, there's like a lot of closings, right? It's an end of a cycle. You have two tens, the two clarification cards, 10-10 wins. Hello, this is 10-10 wins with your update. So, you know, I feel like we don't even need to clarify that completion card, but if we had to, intuitively here, what card would we pull? We would pull the Magician card, okay? So the completion card clarified by the Magician. So there's a new phase of manifestation, but it's a totally new way. There's just like belief systems of other people that you're just like, yo, that's stupid. They don't even get me. Like, they're not on your, there's a certain situation, like, they're not on my level anymore, and you know it. And that's what's, but you have to then embody that knowing. It's a difference between believing and knowing. Knowing is when you act on what you know, right? If I believe I could if I believe I could spin around in my chair right now, I might not actually spin around in my chair. But if I know I can, then I'm just going to be like, hello, I did it because I know it. So there's something you know that you just do instead of just believing and then clinging and not doing. So I don't know who needs to hear that. Man, I'm a little bit under the weather here, Leo. But let's move on to what you don't see coming. So this is kind of like what I'm talking about, the breaking away and really sinking into, for some of you, this could be like an initiation into some sort of new energy coming into your life, because whenever you move into a new phase of your life, you actually do work with new spirit guides. And that's just my belief system or my knowing system, right? What we're talking about. You do work with new spirit. So there's like a new energy surrounding you beyond that of just the physical plane that's really going to lead to an expanded state of awareness to where things don't actually have to change for you to be happy. I don't know why I keep getting that. Let's clarify that consciousness card. This one right here. Why is this consciousness card here? As you see, this figure is literally above the stars. So this card, like, this is like the cosmos. Like, this is Earth in the Milky Way, and this is like the universe, right? And this is above it all. This is like source energy, utter clarification. It's like undifferent. Before source split off into its different fragments and it had to know itself by knowing the other, this is the singular awareness. So this is enlightenment, really. Master consciousness. And some of you, you may have a Kundalini awakening. You may like have awakening symptoms. For those of you struggling and feeling like you're going crazy along the spiritual awakening journey, I would suggest reaching out or watching one of my mentors called Victor Odo. Victor Odo on YouTube. He's a great he really helps people navigate through the exact period you're going through. So I would look up Victor Odo. He's a great guy, mentor. It really would help. Some of you needed to hear that. I don't know who. But let's clarify. Sorry, I need to shut up sometimes. I'm rambling. Why is this consciousness card here? Okay, the consciousness card is clarified by the Four of Cups. So for what you don't see coming, I feel like this is what you were. You were waiting for the universe to give you something, only to find out, okay, once you close out this cycle, which you are, that you have to, like, no one is going to, like, the universe doesn't really give handouts, right? It's like you have to go get it yourself. So there's this feeling of like no more waiting, okay, for something. For the reason why you guys have been clinging to the past, once again, it's like you've been trying to reconcile or fix a situation. You can just fix it inside of you. You don't have to talk to anyone, right? And once you fix it on the inside, it changes on the outside. So there's something about like not waiting for a handout from the universe, just being happy right now. Okay, this is power, like spiritual power that I'm getting from you guys right now. Because this life, it is what you make of it with your thoughts, okay? Let's also clarify this conditioning card for the Leos. Why are you feeling like, this is for what you don't see coming. So it's like, once you take a leap forward, it's like maybe there's going to be a reverberation of energy that like, it's just a reflection, right? Things take a little bit of time to change, but I don't know. Why is this conditioning card here for the Leos? This is like the devil card, so it could be you getting in your own way for what you don't see coming. It's like you make this shift, and then sometimes when things are so good, there's a certain part of you that reverts back to what you know, even if what you know is like really stupid, you know, behaviors type thing. Why is this conditioning card here for Leos? Why is this conditioning card here for Leos? Why is this conditioning card here for Leos? Okay, the conditioning card is clarified by the Four of Wands. So I could see you guys almost going back into just what you know, right? This is like home life, like a good home life, or maybe even meeting up with friends and I'm getting partying for Leo. So it's like the feeling is like you guys are going to be so satisfied on your own, and then the universe is going to come test you. That's really what this card is. It's a test, guys. It's a test for a lot of you. Okay, so it's like you're going to be feeling so peaceful. And you know, there's stories about monks that they can spend all the time they want in isolation, but once they go back into society, they're not enlightened anymore. So for some of you, it's like, this doesn't mean that you stop living your life and you stop going for relationships, but you have to bring the quality of pure consciousness into your new life. But there's going to be a test. I feel like for a lot of you, it's almost this test is like, oh, hey, yo, Leo, let's go back out and party. Like, let's drink that alcohol. But you're going to be at such a high level for mid-October that it's not going to resonate for you anymore. But there's still going to be that little voice inside of you that says, just do it. And what voice is that? It's the devil. It's not really you. It's just social conditioning, pain body. So there's going to be a test. And I think that's going to really determine whether or not you keep clinging to the past or not. There is a potential here for you guys in mid-October to become super awakened, to let something go. But then you fail that test, you go out drinking with your friends or something, and then you're in late October, you're just right back to clinging to the past. And so it sets you back. So be aware of that for what you don't see coming, okay? And then let's go into the messages from your spirit guides. The message, you know, this is the same row as the conditioning card, the Rebel. Okay, the Rebel card here is breaking away. I feel like this message for you guys is saying you can do both. So although you're rebelling away, it doesn't mean that you stop your life. Like I just said, it doesn't mean that you just go become a monk and live in the woods. You have to bring this quality of your own mastery into whatever you do, your job, your friends. It doesn't mean you have to get up and leave, but a lot of times the challenge is like when you become a rebel, the people around you, when you start rebelling, then they start treating you differently, which then will create another loop of when you're thinking about the past again, because then it's like, I've changed, they can't change, and then you keep thinking about, oh, why can't they accept me? I feel like the answer is, maybe for some of you, you have to go your own way, and there is a lot of isolated cards. Nowhere on this reading do you see, besides the Four of Wands clarification, nowhere on this reading do you see any two people together. This is consciousness, master, rebel, harmony. This is all one person in all these cards. So just be aware of that. I feel like there's going to be, I don't even know what's coming through anymore. I just let it rock, okay? So I don't even know what I say half the time. Spirit just talking through me. So I hope you got it. Let's clarify this this trust card. This is the last card we're going to clarify. This is the message from your spirit guide, Leo. Why are they putting that there? Why are they putting the trust card there? Let's see. I'm surprised I got into the flow of this reading so much, because I am a little bit under the weather, like I keep saying. Interesting. You have double eights, guys. This is super abundant energy. The trust card is clarified by the Eight of Wands and also the Eight of Pentacles here. So the trust is, what I'm getting for a lot of you, is this new level of awareness that's coming into your life. Once you can stop clinging to the past and you can see the illusion for what it is, there's going to be new things opening up for you. And especially in terms of career, okay, whenever you upgrade your level of consciousness, it's just easier to manifest. It's easier to focus in on your work, right? A lot of people in our society have a lot of problems with focusing in on something to be creative, but that's what you have to do to create something of value. You need sustained effort. But guess what? If you're clinging to the past, you're never going to have that sustained effort. So I feel like the opportunity with the trust card is to just trust that, although I feel like for a lot of you, you're going to have this awakening, and then there's going to be feelings like, oh my God, no, I can't do this. I can't do this. Spirit is saying, you have not seen what we have in store for you if you can just trust that this is happening for your highest good, right? Because the past always is more inviting. It's always comfy and cozy, even if you're literally dealing with people who could not give a shit about you, that you're pretending to, and you're like, yo, that's better than the unknown. No, it's freaking not. But there are tests from the universe that say, on the other side of you trusting, you have to be the one to do it first in your vibrational field, not the other way around. Then you manifest the big stuff. So what your spirit guides are saying is that things can happen, especially with terms of money, meeting someone new, advancing your career, and then it happening super fast, getting new messages. This is also more downloads from the universe as to why everything's happening, because I'm only telling you what you already know, but you're going to start getting downloads as to things that you can't necessarily articulate in words. You just have it. We all download information from the spirit differently. So this is the energy of, like, you don't even know what's in store for you. I am talking fast. I hope you guys are keeping up right now. It just is what it is. So with that being said, Leo, I'm going to leave you guys right there. I would say trust yourself to move away from this and know the ending is now. Okay? And then be prepared for the test. But this is an amazing reading, Leo. You got this, okay? And if you enjoyed this reading, Leo, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video, comment below. And with that being said, I will talk to you on your next one. Peace.